viewers, and here we are on our second blog. Renee McBride and Bruce Elliott, thank you for joining me, Lisa Harper, today. Last time we chatted about the one-to-one diet by Cambridge Weight Plan, a little of your stories and why you became consultants. You shared all the amazing changes in both your lives and health from using the diet personally, and this has led both of you to becoming consultants with the one-to-one Cambridge diet. So would you share with me and the viewers a little bit more about your work as consultants?
Oh, Lisa, I'd love to as consultants, yes, of course. The products themselves made by Cambridge Weight Plan are excellent. And the diet has been designed to allow every client to work with the consultant to choose a plan that suits their individual lifestyle, their career, their exercise plan, their health. It's all taken into account, and those choices are all done within physical boundaries of health and wellness. And the first rule is to do no harm. Aside from that, the products that are excellent, it's the care on a one-to-one basis, not on a classroom basis, but a one-to-one basis with the consultant that makes such a difference to people. All the consultants have sufficient training provided by Cambridge Weight Plan and an excellent team at head office, which includes a medical team. And they guide both the dieter and the consultant along a sure and safe path. Sometimes that means that weekly updates are both given and received. And sometimes it means that with the client's permission, we contact their GP and perhaps suggest to their GP that there should be a review of medication, particularly when people lose a considerable amount of weight, and that would then alter the dosage that they're on some medications. So our clients' health and wellness is our absolute first priority in this. And it doesn't matter whether a client comes to us and they want to lose 19 pounds or whether a client wants to lose 199 pounds. They're all going to get exactly the same treatment. They're all going to be given positive regard from us and the same care from us, regardless of whether they're young or regardless whether they're older, you know, in their 60s or 70s or even older than that. We will do the very best that we can for them. And I think the big message age-wise is that it's never too late. It certainly wasn't too late for us to change. And it doesn't matter how many times they've tried it before, because this time can always be the last successful attempt at it. So we're also here 7 days a week. Because we're both semi-retired, we have lots of time between us. So we're here 7 days a week, and we arrange delivery of the products directly to the client's door. We're treated as key workers at the moment by the UK government and obviously in Scotland as well. So we are enabled to travel to any client's home to do doorstep deliveries with absolutely no compromise. I think that's quite important just now.
And Bruce, what about yourself? Can you?
Our own career backgrounds assist us. We both came from person-centred work. Me as a social worker for 40 years, during that latter part of that was supervising students for their own qualification, and Renee as a complementary therapist. Our love of life extends to helping others become the best they can be, and thus sometimes all people need is a shoulder to lean on to get them going. Renee has read a lot of additional books about diets and how our bodies work. And both you and I know and understand the body-mind link that you need in this diet and how each are equally important when making lasting changes to your lifestyle and wellness. That's what we're there to try and assist you with.
Brilliant, brilliant. So what kind of support can you offer to others who want to become one-to-one consultants by Cambridge Weight Plan?
Well, Renee has a background as a self-employed worker and a managing director. She had built 6 businesses from scratch since 1990, and there is really nothing she hasn't come across in one shape or form. done, or managed to do a lot of available support. Currently, Renee is also a mentor for newly trained fertility and birth workers, so she is used to supervising and supporting workers.
Lisa, I suppose that the team that we belong to, because it has more than 60 consultants, it's got a great deal of support within the team and knowledge within the team that's there for us to key into. So if someone joins our team as a consultant, they're not just joining Renee and Bruce, they're joining the team within Cambridge Weight Plan that we belong to. So there's many of us with lots of experience and lots of support. And in addition to the regular and the mandatory Cambridge Weight Plan training, which is 1 day of training, the team that we're in, we have our own training hub and we have all our own training modules within it. So what that means is that we do that before we go to that initial training day. And when we get there, we discover that we can hit the ground running. We're already there. And our team, head office know when it's someone from our team that's doing the training. They recognize it. And when they ask them which team they belong to, who the sponsors are, who the upline is, they know who it is because we come into that training ready to work as consultants. So that's all there for us. And I think as well, the other thing is, along with the additional training, it's the fact that when we belong to an active team that pull together, new consultants maybe don't want to order one box of products when they've suddenly run out in the middle of the week and they're sending an order off the following week. So with a team that size, there's always one of us that's got a box or the quantity that you need without having to send off that one order to head office for one box of vegetable soup with croutons or chocolate chewy bars. And we used that a lot in our first 2 or 3 months. Just sort of phoning up and saying, please have you got, because we need today, and it will save us putting an order in. So I think that when we pull together like that, it really works. And it gives us a great beginning.
Yeah. You don't even need to know how to do bookkeeping, because we give you a template for that. You don't need to be good at marketing or advertising, because we have that covered by the Social Hub at only £4.79 a month. We teach you how to set up your Google entry, your website page, which is included for a few months. I think it's actually 6 in your training, and then only costs a total of £60 a year. That's great for a web page. How many people do you know that are paying well over £100 a month for a web page? We show you how to manage it all. Basically, your sponsor and team hold your hand just as much as you need it and walk beside you all the way.
There's just so many advantages there of being a one-to-one consultant, isn't there? So what are the benefits of becoming a consultant within, like, I know that's, we've already spoke about that in the wider sense, but what do yous have to offer? What can yous really offer everybody?
Well, I suppose for a start, you're offering the contact to your downline at any time during the time, and also we discussed with our upline as well, if we have any problems. But when you start, if there was being a consultant, if you're still on plan yourself, you'll gain a discount on your own meal replacement products from day one. In fact, the first order you make is heavily discounted to help brand new consultant. It is a part-time or can become a full-time business that either provides extra income or becomes a sole income source. You choose. You choose your hours, the days you work. You're in control. You can spend more time doing what you want, with whom and when you want. And you earn money to save for holidays, spend in retirement if you're our age, or make life smoother in general. It's that good.
Do you know what, Lisa? I know that we are still in the middle of this pandemic, and I know that travel out with the UK is not currently open. But Bruce and I have got, shame to say, we have 3 holidays booked, starting at the end of this year and 2 next year that are abroad. And, you know, that's one of the icing on the cake for us, that because we are one-to-one diet consultants by Cambridge Weight Plan, that we have got the additional resources to be able to just go ahead and book those holidays with confidence, knowing that we can pay for them. So that's just one of the perks of being a consultant for us. I think it's a win-win though, because we're selling food products. Let's just make that quite clear. We're selling food products. They're complete meal replacement products. But what we're also selling is we're selling the potential to people for them to change their lives, for them to become physically better, mentally better, for them to get more out of life and do more with their life. And I think that's a win-win situation. So one of the great things about being a consultant is the fact that you can have this tremendous potential difference in the lives of others. So for those people that are listening that like to make a difference and an improvement for the lives of others, this gives you every opportunity in every way to do that. You watch them transform in front of you in every single way. And I think that having been self-employed now since 1990, like Bruce said, I know the benefit of choosing when I want to work and when I don't want to work. I certainly know the benefit of when I want to take my holidays. That's why we could go ahead and book these holidays. I haven't got to go and ask anyone else for permission. I haven't got to go into a rota of seniority somewhere within an organization to have my holidays, or slog it out with my colleagues over who's taking time off during the school holidays or whatever. It's just not there. It's like we're self-employed. We decide how much we do. So you are literally the boss. And for many consultants that are in the market that feel the same as us, we just feel we can't do this on our own. It would be lovely if we could do this on our own and we could change the lives of 1,000 people a year, but we can't do that. That would take up too much of our time, and we want to have time to go on holiday and walk the dogs. So the truth of the matter is that the more consultants there are that gain the benefits, the rewards of being a consultant, both financially and in terms of satisfaction for the work that they're doing and enjoying watching people change, the more consultants there are, the more people we can reach. And, you know, sometimes I'm a bit like Marmite. People either like me or they don't like me. And that's one of the reasons why it's good that we're in a partnership, because some people prefer to speak to Bruce rather than Renee, or the other way around. And it's the same with all the other consultants. People out there need to be able to choose who they want to work with, so they can be part of the same team, working for the same ends, but appealing to a much greater number of people and being able to help transform the lives of more people. And I think that's my basic message here. I think that's it, Lisa. I think I've covered it. Hope so.
Well, no, you definitely have. You definitely have. There are so many benefits to becoming a one-to-one consultant with, or as consultant with the one-to-one diet by Cambridge Weight Plan. There are so many benefits that you have spoken about. There's so much support in there to be able to start off with your own business as well. And especially in this economic time that everybody is facing just now, the chance to be able to work at home and choose your own hours, choose your own lifestyle after that, and see the change in people. That's the biggest thing to take out of this, is if you really like to see that change, you really should contact Renee and Bruce. So,
am I allowed to put a wee caveat in here?
Oh, on you go, on you go.
I can't miss this one. When you said that, you know, at the moment, it is an uncertain economic time. You know, we did our training in lockdown. We launched our business on the 23rd of April, 2020 in lockdown. We reached silver status within 3 months in the Cambridge Weight Plan one-to-one diet. This is something that you can do regardless of the economic, there's the door. We didn't arrange this. It's something you can do regardless of the economic climate. You can do this and you can come through and win at this one, even during the pandemic. And what a great time to do it. Yesterday was World Obesity Day, and carrying extra body fat is one of the biggest risk factors for contracting COVID and for having a worse outcome if you do get it. So there's a huge message there So apologies for adding that caveat in. Apologies for the doorbell going. We just weren't expecting that. So Bruce has already left the room, Lisa.
So that's what happens when we decide to go live with video, doesn't it? We have to just put up with these wee bits. So
Absolutely.
with Bruce not being here, then this is all we actually have time for today. But next week we're going to hear more about the main man himself, Bruce. So
yes, we are.
We'll hear more about his story, and Bruce can explain all in his own words exactly how he feels about the Cambridge diet, and he can tell why he chose it and why he's a consultant as well. So it's been great speaking to you again, and I will leave you to go on your way, and hopefully that's a nice store chap that you have got and some more deliveries on their way.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye-bye.